A Black Man and His Child. By L. James Bolin. When I see a black man and his child, I simply smile. You see, a black man and his child is a rare couple. It's been like that for many seasons. We've been broken down for many stupid reasons. Being black, you fall in so many categories according to the eyes of others. The po, the junkies, the lower class. It's a mess, how we being po, relax in that hoe of just being po. Thinking they can't gain no mo. The junkies run from corner to corner for a hit, and their pleasures is in their fix. For the po and the junkies, usually, they are always in and out of jail. For they have nothing of value, nothing to sell, and nothing to give their child. So, their women send them to jail. To some of these women, their men to them are nothing, a nobody. So, they tell. Why did you get with him? Why did you send him to jail? Why didn't you just leave? You were just like junkies, worried about that thing between their legs, instead of what was in their heads. Sitting up crying, because you were caught lying. Lying down with another, because you listened to your mother. 'Cause she did the same thing to your father. Many having the same man who spread his seed like an insane man. Some with 2, 4, 6, even 8 baby daddies, and still think you are a hot and sexy baddie. The confusion, the illusion, mental delusion is my conclusion. Who taught you this? Why even bother to ask you such a thing? Just look at what you have done to your black man. The lower class enjoys the little bit that they have, but are selfish and don't want to help anyone else. If you can't, you can't, but if you can, why don't you? This is making me blue. I'm here, but it seems as if I'm all alone. But I can't forget the fact that I have a son, even though we are far apart. I can't even call him on the phone. We are both far from home. In my heart is where he is to me, far apart because of his mother who doesn't think we need each other. As if we are strangers. It is they who were born innocent to this way of life, knowing soon, they will need me. Because of the things, they too, will have to go through. I want to be there for them in their time of need. Hoping they won't go insane when they reach out and call my name. I want to be there because truly, sometimes life isn't fair. Needing their father to teach them the way of life, teach him the supreme sacrifice. Without me, I feel life will be one-sided and unkind. A life of pain, that God created and men destroyed. Some tell me I have no right to procreate as a black man. A rare species, me and my son. Why? As I cry. 13% of this population. 70% of the armed services are men like me. Modern-day slavery of today, which was not for me. How do I know? 'Cause I have served and our services haven't been observed. 70% of the incarcerated, many more effeminated. Prostitution, execution. Only a handful left are confused about what to do. Even today. It looks like a mess, but I have risen. Risen out of the crazy mentality that I learned since the birth of my son. No. No longer wild and unruly, 'cause life has truly schooled me. I've taught myself from the miseducation. Money means more than life, even for a lot of women of color. Should I be placed in the wild to avoid the birth of the black child? A new soul to uphold and sold. Most black kids grow up hating their fathers. Always keeping them separated, so far apart from one another. Sometimes it's the government. Most times, it's the black mothers because of hatred and revenge. But they need each other. If you don't learn to let your heart mend, being black one day will be a sin. Other nationalities love the shape, the curves of our black women. Before they get too close, they first have to eliminate the black men. A child without his father is like a tree without roots. It shall surely die, but why? In days of old, one would have said, I am a Johnny son of Willie, son of Albert, son of Will, nicknamed Bill and so on, but today is said I am just a Johnny, no tree, no roots, so I die. I die without no one's cry. No one's grief, just an evil eye. The cycles continue for a black man and his child, a separation that can't go on, a very sad, sad song. If you don't know where you come from, you definitely won't know which way to go. Lost in the wilderness of life and crime will be the only road to go, for many, it's such a pity. Especially in the big cities, a black man and his child. A black man and his child. A black man and his child. Without each other, they will go wild. Only because of confusion, an illusion, of the brain cells is why most of us end up in jail. Seem like we're bound for hell. Oh well. You see, we're fighting something we can't see, you and me unknowing what to fight, we fight each other. As we sometimes worship our mothers, but it's your mother who put your father out. It's the government, who taught her how to do so, it's slavery that taught them, to act so, that's why we are still po. Find your father, give him a call, ask why and listen carefully to the reply. Not saying that all black men are true-hearted, good men. That wants to be a part of their children's life, but there are many who wants to be there every step of the way, but we can't because of the society, because of the mother, the days that we live in today. Life is hard, confusing, and very much wild, for a black man and his child. Dedicated to my son Justin Brooks, born August 28, 1992 to January 19, 2018, sickle cell anemia.